Well, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, Charm, Veronica Mars. There are several series and films you'd know Carpenter from. You might not know she survived a near-fatal event which makes her more than a host of surviving evil. She brings perspective to it. The new season starts tonight. Charisma, good morning. Good to talk to you this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Well, remind us about this series. What kind of stories are we going to hear from people?
Well, you know, last season there were some real epic stories that kind of peppered throughout the season, but I really feel like this season is hard-hitting. Like, you know, episode after episode, you just are drawn in by these incredible stories of survival, such as an arsonist and sadistic or Satan worshiper guy does a home invasion and kills an entire family and shoots the dad and sets him on fire, and he survives and, you know, saves his daughters. And there's a woman that's kidnapped and brutally beaten by a bat and various other things, and is taken to a family dinner at Christmas time, and nobody's like acknowledging the fact that she's battered, and, you know, she thinks that this is her opportunity to be saved, and that doesn't happen. And I just find that the stories are so incredibly you know, it's interesting. It's like the stories are very dark, like what happens, but where the light comes in is that they survived, and you learn with each and every survivor what that aha moment it was for where they found their will and inspiration to keep going and doing whatever it took to get through another day. And that is so inspiring. And I also feel like the show is a great thing in the sense that at the end of it and stuff, there are hotlines that you can call, and there's survival tips and self-defense, you know, websites that you can go to find out how to avoid those encounters yourself. Yeah, when you hear what to do if you are in that situation.
Yeah, well, when you hear about some of these stories, they're downright terrifying, but like you said, they're inspiring. Have you heard from viewers about how this show may have inspired them in some way?
Yeah, the feedback has been so remarkable, and I feel so much closer to you know, on social media, I call my friends and fans, I made like an amalgamation of the word, and I call my followers friends. And I just feel so much closer to them, and they finally, I think it's an opportunity for them to see me as a person and not necessarily as a celebrity, that's somebody they grew up watching on TV.
Right.
And I think that's their reception has been so warm and welcoming, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I touched on this at the beginning of the segment, but what about your own experience? They're telling me it was back at, what, 1991 that you had this?
Correct.
Yeah, what happened?
My personal story took place at Torrey Pines State Beach in La Jolla, California, a very nice area. We were accosted by, or, you know, attacked by a rogue San Diego police officer who was sort of presenting himself as a robbery, and it turned out that he had been a serial rapist, and he would tie the hands of the males and make them watch as the women were raped. And as time went on, I think we were like the 9th people that he had attacked. You know, I was with 2 men, so it just kind of lends itself to the escalation of his violence, and then it was just getting more and more brazen. And you know, it was shocking to learn that he was a San Diego police officer. He was able to get away with it for as long as he did because he was an officer, and he knew where all the sting operations were happening, because it was terrorizing our beaches in San Diego. But I wasn't aware of it at the time. And anyway, my 2 friends are heroes, and they're the ones that, you know, captured him and fought with him and jumped him and kept him from harming me. So I owe my life to them.
Yeah, well, we're glad you're okay now, and you've got this new season of Surviving Evil, and it premieres tonight at 8 o'clock on Investigation Discovery. Charisma, thanks for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All righty, Mary, over to you.